Come on. Come on. Come on.
Y'all can Illuminati. The money, the power, the cause, it's crazy. The money, the power, the cause, it's crazy. The money, the power, the cause, it's crazy. The money, the power, the power, the money, the power, the cause, it's crazy. The money, the power, the cause, it's crazy. The money, the power, the cause, it's crazy. So think it's crazy that I'm putting it all first. With all this hard work, got me stressing, it all hurts. Sadistic and intense, confusion, guess who's the author? My message truly invested, infectious, it's called first. The lessons you kept and perfected, the leverage, so who you checking? I eat this for breakfast, don't leave you no extra. Involved with this piece up to Jesus, you gon' need your protection. The heathens be cleaving, don't leave it to beaver. I cut out your speakers to pour out the secret. You catching your feelings instead of your blessings. Maybe you should leave it alone. I'm bringing your tone, and you ain't gotta pick up your phone like E.T. Only one call away from home. This Bonnie and Clyde for the bride. You gon' see when it rap. Just me and my soldiers in the mix in the heat of the night. You said you doing all right, but it ain't outside. Told you to get this a war when we ready to ride. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Don Illuminati, back with another video. So this video is going to be about my thoughts on semen retention. Okay, because I've been noticing a lot of videos popping up in the last couple of years about semen retention. I checked them out, and I'm like, you know, these bros, they might be on to something, right? So you gonna say, oh, might be? Yeah, they might be on to something, right? Might be. I might take my shades off, talk about this subject, because man, this motherfucker can get juicy. I was just gonna say my thoughts on it is, for the most part, of a lot of stuff that they saying about it, I think is, to me, bullshit, more dog shit. And you want me to tell you why I think it is? I think it's to embarrass a lot of men that ain't dealing with a woman sexually right now. Because if we speak on the Bible never talked about a man holding his seed, right? What God's suggestion was, you remember what his suggestion was? This is for men. If you can't hold your seed, that's fine. If you can, that's fine. If you can't, that's fine too. This is what the Bible's saying, right? This is what God said. He said, it would be better for you to marry than to burn with strong desire in your heart. It'd be better for you to marry than to burn with lust in your heart, dog. That's a strong desire. So God is saying he would rather you be, you know, like he is, celibate, right? Basically unmarried. That's what he said. And it didn't say celibate, it said unmarried. It didn't say celibate, okay? It's a difference there. But you got to understand, when the Most High said to be fruitful and to multiply, you got to understand what being fruitful is about. You understand? Selling that semen retention thing right now, if you feel like that's something that's helping you, right? Then yes, you might need to exercise that if you don't have control sexually. Like if you can't stop sexual urges, like if it's constantly on your mind, or you know you need to conserve with that, then yes, you need to practice. You do, because it's a lust. It's a lust that can be overtaken, and it can just get in the way. Okay, let me tell y'all something. Besides the fact of whether you want to talk about masturbation or releasing with several different women, I think for the most part, okay, I'm gonna tell you what's destroying a lot of your energy as a man. Just thinking about sex, bro. Just thinking about it. So that's a problem if you're thinking about it all day. You understand? So say you drink, say you're a drinker. It's okay to drink, right? Here and there, conservatively, right? But even if you're not drinking, but you're thinking about it all day, dude, that's a problem. Because it's a reason why you ain't drinking it all day, and you thinking about it all day. The thing is, if you were put in a position where you would be able to drink all day, that's more than likely what you would do, and that will be a problem. So it doesn't matter about all these different circumstances. Whenever you allow something to take more of your energy, to go beyond your life force, that's a problem. You understand? And your lust can be for more than desiring a woman. Your lust could be for drinking. It could be for smoking. It could be for making money. It could be for anything that you desire strongly that can get in the way.
So when God was talking about it's better to marry than to burn, he was talking about when it came to sexual desires. What was his suggestion for all those other things? It is better to such and such than to drink, or such and such than to smoke, or such and such than to party, or such and such than to, see? So he gave you one. He gave you one. So for everybody who thinking it's a problem that they have sexual urges, my nigga, God made you that way. And I can bring those scriptures as well. Listen, that's all I was going to tell you. This is another reason why I wanted to say this. I'm not saying that it doesn't give you certain perks and stuff like that. I'm going to tell you, if you're not constantly, doing the do, right? You're going to have energy. You feel me? You ain't got to tell nobody like me that. I knew that since I was 15, 16. Back in the day, when a shorty would have been like, oh yeah, let's go again. I'm looking at her like, again? You crazy? What? No, hell no. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Call me a lazy nigga now. You feel me? Want it done for me. That's what it's always been. Because I never like, you understand what I'm saying? It never overtook in me. So I don't think I got a problem with that when it comes to that. But having sexual desires and having them, nah, nigga, I ain't trying to get rid of my sexual desire. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? You sitting there trying to exercise not having desires for a woman. That ain't what I'm trying to exercise. Sorry, we're coming to the times where it's getting ready time for men like us to leave the holy seed left thereof and all that. Do you understand what this is about? Putting away my desires sexually right now, it's not a big thing, but it's not a small thing either. It's not a thing. You see what I'm saying? It's not like I don't got that problem for me. I don't think I've ever had, right? As a man, we all got desires all the time, right? But it doesn't overtake me like every time I see a woman, I just, I fantasize or when I see something that I like I get this feeling and I gotta, man, like I said, those are the days of American Pie, high school type shit, all right? Wet behind the ear shit. After those days is over, what the fuck is we talking about? Go ask your dad about semen retention. Ask him what he knows about it. Go ask your grandpa about semen retention. He gonna say, what you say, boy? You understand what I'm saying? It's you new niggas. You know what I'm saying? So to allowing people to think you're losing your masculinity because you're giving your seed. Listen, they're gonna say science proves this, science this, that, and the third. Listen, man, say what you want to say, but when you try to talk to a nigga like me, who's always been masculine, right? Never practiced semen retention, huh? Always been masculine, always been pretty much aggressive. Sometimes I know that I need a woman because of that shit. Certain niggas actually need to release because they're too aggressive. Do you understand that? So you sitting there trying to tell somebody like me, what the fuck is you talking about, nigga? I'm like, nigga, I need a woman. I need to bring down this essence sometimes. Because if not, it'll stay up. It'll stay aggressive. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm letting you know now, I want to say I tried it a little bit just to see what niggas was talking about. And I even told the woman I was talking to, that, because I did talk about this before. We talked about it. And this was when I was actually in a relationship. But I was only saying what I knew. It didn't have to do with this journey of shit. Nah, nigga, it's a lifestyle. It ain't no journey, bro. It's just, you just can't be just releasing your seed all the time. Some men probably 3 times a day. You understand? That's crazy. Or even 7 times a week, right? That's like every day. You every single day, you're really not giving yourself a chance to build up. And yes, your energy is low for the time being. But guess why? The real thing about it is because you're giving a woman your energy. I noticed it. I've noticed this for a long time. It ain't about, oh, wow, every time I do this, that, and the third, I'm just losing my energy. Yeah, you're going to lose it because of the dopamine that's what anything else. If you went to an amusement park, right, and you get that 3-day pass, Universal Studios, right? You go the first day, you ride every ride. You go the second day, you ride every ride. You're going to go the third day, you ain't even going to feel like getting on the rides. And then when you do get on the ride, you're going to drop a very steep joint. You're going to be like, duh, this shit is boring. because you didn't give your body, it didn't get it. See what I'm saying? It works in all those different circumstances. So we're not just going to sit here and focus on men and saying in those areas for those type of men, okay, maybe that'll help you, because you shouldn't be releasing yourself that much, because that is your energy. That's the only thing I can tell you. And then another thing is, when you're giving that energy to that woman, right, she's getting some of your energy. When you give her some of your seed, you are giving her your energy. You do. Now, instead of talking about science, why don't you experiment it? Why don't you demonstrate it and see what I'm talking about? And then you turn that into a lifestyle, to where you're even taking a marital life, right? And you're even making the sexual desires, right? You should have it, but you shouldn't have it all the time. For either one of y'all, you shouldn't be unequally yoked in that field as well. So make sure that you got somebody that is on your level when it comes to sexual appetite, because then it's gonna make you feel like, as a man or as a woman, that you're not putting in enough, and that's just not the situation. Just that some people require more in that area, and that's all it is. And that's when I said, when it comes to men who are like that, and they can constantly release their seed, and it's not bothering them, and they stay alpha male and all this, well, that's the type of man that's more than likely able to deal with multiple women. That's all listen, because the type of women that he might choose to deal with might not have a sex drive that is as high as his. So now what do you tell him to do? He got to break his down, or you going to change his lifestyle? So that means, therefore, that's when you mind your business and you go deal with somebody who is sexually fit for you. But what we can't be doing is trying to make men feel bad about themselves, because some of these men out here, they don't even have a woman. Some of these men don't even know how to talk to women, and so they're not getting no play at all, right? So when you talk about the semen retention, and then you talk about the relapsing and all that, and then you make people feel bad, you make them feel like, well, they don't have their testosterone anymore. My nigga, go to the gym. Go in there with your testosterone. Now go work out. Come back out the gym. Do you think your testosterone levels are up or down? Where are they going to be at? Now, for in the midst of when your blood is flowing, when you in the gym, after you do the push-ups and all that, oh, it's flowing. But nigga, it should come back down. And because you went to the gym, when it gets down tonight, you're going to feel slumped. Your wife going to be poking you. Come on, baby, let's. You ain't even got nothing to put in her. And that's sexual. So let's stop that. This shit taking your energy shit. All right? You want me to tell y'all what's stealing y'all energy for the most part out here? For everybody. Sugar. Why don't we start there? Sugar. Good diets. Natural sunlight. We could start with a whole lot of other things for the men, all right? Before these semen retention videos got you feeling effed up in the head because you desire a woman. When God himself told you it's better to go ahead and find one and do the do, right? It said it'd be better to be married than to burn with lust in your heart. Lust for what? For a sexual desire, bro. So it's better for you to have something that you could get it out with, man. That's what he said is better to do, not semen retention. It's better that you find something and you could put your meat in your refrigerator, huh? Okay? I'm just telling you what the Lord said. I'm telling you what the Lord said, and I'm telling you how a man like me ain't never had to deal with that, ain't never had problems talking to no women, ain't never had a problem with speaking elegantly, professionally, none of that. Never had a problem. So, if anything, it's opposite for me. Like, I would need more of that, or I would want to, but I don't, because I know that when I am doing it like that more consistently, I ain't giving you all this. I know that even me can be dumbed down, whether I go to the gym, working out a lot, if I play basketball and then don't have the conservative energy at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that can take your energy away in this world. And as a man, when your energy is gone, nigga, so is your masculinity. Go get drunk. Go get high. And then tell me if you still the same masculine. You're not gonna be. You know, a lot of them shit talkers that get drunk, You know, normally if they wasn't drunk and all screwed up in the head, they'd literally be able to fight because they would be, you know, but when they're drunk, their muscles are non-tensed anymore. Everything's relaxed. Everything. You think that comes with masculinity? It doesn't. So when you get drunk, dog, you're how masculine are you when you're relaxed? But how much are we supposed to be masculine? We supposed to be all day and fucking day? Huh? We supposed to be tense all fucking day. You crazy, nigga. That's why a nigga like me gonna get up here and tell y'all niggas, yo, cut the bullshit, bro. A nigga like me ain't never trying to take no journey, okay? I'll make it a lifestyle as being conservative with my sexual energy. Yes, even if I got a wife, girlfriend, it wouldn't matter. Because you got to understand the balance that you got to have with that. So if you're already a masculine man, let me tell you how to balance this shit out. So you just focusing on one thing. Nah, nigga, you need to focus on cutting them sugars out. You need to exercise more, drink more water, eat more vegetables. You know what I'm saying? Then that shit will balance out anyway. So then what you doing to do with her, you ain't feeling that damn depleted. What the f y'all talking about? What are you talking about? Right? So we understand that when you do it, and you're doing it several times, it takes anything, man. You think that the coach is getting ready to run these niggas scrimmage, 3 scrimmages before the championship game? He gonna wear the players out, bro. He ain't stupid. He gonna allow them to take their fucking break. This is the same reason why they tell the basketball players too, and football players, before the Super Bowl or the championship game, they want them away from their wives. And I get it. I understand that. But nigga, it ain't for 3 fucking months, nigga. 100 days, 200 days, a year. Oh, I'm on the 8th month of my journey. And don't worry, you know, if you fail, don't feel bad about yourself. Like, niggas, stop. Niggas, don't feel bad about yourself, period, for having a desire for a woman. You know, now, unless you can show me any scriptures in that Bible, because I heard one nigga say that he just wanted to make sure he was obeying the 10 commandments and this and I said, shit, releasing yourself is against the 10 commandments? Shit, where the fuck that at? So go show me that fucking scripture. Any of you niggas talking about this shit, trying to get closer with God and all that. Nigga, bro, Christ himself be talking to me straight up, bro. I be having the chick sitting right there half the time. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Just got some last night. He waking me up this morning. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I have no fucking clue, y'all. All this shit out here, I'm telling you, man, I'm going to keep it 1,000 with y'all. I can't get up here and lie, bro. I want to keep it 1,000 with you. None of that shit never affected none of them areas, except for, like I said, whenever you're releasing a lot of dopamine at one time, bro, you're gonna, dude, that's what it's for, so you can relax. Did you have your fun? All right, now sit back and chill. That ain't called fucking weakness, nigga. That's called chilling, nigga. That's called relax, nigga. Why? Because every day, all day, I'm already tense, nigga. So what are you talking about? Let me see how many fucking 90 days I can go tense. How tense do you niggas want to be? Because can you get that tense? Huh? Because all y'all doing that semen retention shit and you can't even project that. Come on, bro. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to tell me something else because I don't believe it. I don't know what you're talking about when it comes to if I give a woman my seed, right? I'm not going to be masculine today. Let me tell you something. If I give a woman my seed today and I go outside around other women, you know how it's like pets can smell other pets on you? That's what I know. So all that semen retention, it's going to make you more attractive. Well, dog, anytime you ignore women, it makes you attractive, whether you do them or not. Hey, yo, man, I'm trying to tell you, man, y'all going to learn a lot from your bull, man. I'm cutting all the bullshit from the rip for the fact. That's number one. We got to cut the BS. Something I got to do real quick, so I'm going to keep talking. But, yeah, something I got to do just for real quick. Just give me a second. We're going to keep it. We're going to keep the video going, though. You heard me? I don't like to advertise certain things. You feel me? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Cheers, baby. All right, bet. So what else I want to say about demon retention? I'm gonna call this demon retention. Cause if a nigga like me start trying to do that journey, I might turn into Godzilla out this motherfucker. We all know, even the Lord don't want that. The Lord be trying to tell me, yo, half the time, nigga, chill, dog. Chill out. Nigga, don't get it twisted. That ain't emotions, bro. That's aggression. That's called dominance. You don't get that unless you're masculine. You understand what I'm saying? So, this psychological effect, this reverse psychology that make men, and it strips you from your masculinity when you hear, when you release yourself, da-da-da-da. So now, psychologically in the background, every time you release yourself, you're going to think you're less masculine, which is going to be now you less masculine. That ain't nothing but a humiliation ritual on men. So I got to call it out. That is called demon retention. Anybody that's talking about that shit, listen, it's just to put men in a certain place so that, number one, they don't desire women. Don't you know that women, dude, these mugs are, you can flourish them, manifest them off compliments. How are you gonna give them a compliment if you fucking ignore them? They don't need men to ignore them right now. They don't. You feel me? Let me tell you what happened to me at the Waffle House 2 days ago. And I do this shit on purpose. I do. Just because I know that I got all these women that's working in there, right? Black women too. And I like to go and talk to my black sisters, right? Just to show them that, oh shit, a regular nigga just popped down out of the blue just talking to all of y'all niggas. All of y'all. And they all come and have their time to talk with me, and we having regular, normal, natural, decent conversations that I just bring forth. Now everybody is, and I might have one conversation with her, another one with her, and they're all different conversations. And then listen, look, they're being polite. Nobody's trying to argue about who's trying to get this man, because I'm not even coming off like that. You understand? So it ain't even that. So nobody's even getting jealous or nothing. What are you talking about? You understand me? So I don't know what you're talking about when it comes to that. Because I'm the type of man, I can walk up to a group of women and talk to all of them. All of them. And I could have just had sex the night before 2 times. Right? With the same woman, of course, right? Because I am not that dude, all right? Unless I was in a poly relationship or something like that, possibly could have happened. All right? Now, I don't like to discuss my business, but even when those type of things was going on in my life, right? I had no problem being the man. Why? Because it was programmed into me. Mind you, I had 2 at the same time, right? Nigga, that ain't none of your business if nobody cared about it in my situation, right? Okay, so I'm just letting you know, okay? And I'm not gonna say who, because I don't want to put too much out there. Those days is over, and sometimes I think I look back on that and like, damn, was that kind of messy in me, or was a man just doing what a man do when you in certain situations? You got one, but one ain't helping you to get to where you need to be, so then you got another one that's actually filling in, and the other one don't got a problem with it because the other one's keeping you on ice somehow because they can't pitch in and put in the other part of the work. I mean, you can only talk to her about that. I ain't fucking convinced nobody in the shit. You understand? So sometimes certain situations may call for that or may put you in that situation. That's the only thing that happened to me. So it wasn't something I was trying to do. It's just something I had ended up in, and I see how it worked, and everybody saw how it worked, and it worked, and I didn't feel less of a man for shit. Not even if I had 2 women that I had to sexually satisfy in the same week. Did it ever make me feel less of a man? No, it is. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you lying ass niggas out here, it actually gave me that much more drive, bro. I'm telling you, it's the moment when you start stripping the women away from us, then when you ain't got no motherfucking ambition. Now you feel like you gotta go lift some weights and this, that, and that's what you feeling? Because you ain't got nothing there to give you that inspiration, man, nigga. Men need inspiration to be strong, to be masculine, to be dominant, to be aggressive. We need inspiration. When we don't have that, this is a psychological thing. Psychological. It's got nothing to do with my mans down here. Everybody need to get off her fucking nuts. We still gonna be men, whether we use them or we don't use them. Do you understand me? That's what I'm telling you right now. Semen retention, that talk, that's nonsense, is bullshit. Learn how to control yourself sexually. Learn how to be conservative in all you do. Understand that everything you do is going to take energy away from you. We're going to stop blaming sex here, especially when it comes to men, because they're trying to teach men how to exercise not being with a woman. Do you know anything that you exercise you're going to become good at? Then what are you going to have to offer? I get being out of the way and not being sexually active while you're not with someone, if you just got out of a relationship or something like that. Yes, perfect time to practice that, whatever you call it. But that ain't semen retention. A woman got to do the same thing. Then what do you call that? That's just called abstinence. Do you understand that? I'd rather you sell abstinence than you sell semen retention, because that's bullshit. Do you understand me? I'm telling you, for the niggas that don't want to not desire a woman. What are you talking about? You're not gonna tell me not to desire a woman. I'm gonna now all of a sudden, because I gotta stay up with who? Which one of these feminine ass semen retention men is out here being dominant in front of the camera? Being dominant. Do you understand that? Like sounding like this. Dominant. Which one? Okay. So even if you do got that, okay, if that's what made it happen for you, round of applause. But my nigga, that's fucking placebo effect, you dummy. You could have been like that. Just like whether I'm getting some or not getting some, I can either choose to be hard or soft today. But what's gonna make me that? It could be anything. I could be dehydrated. I could literally just be tired. You understand? I could have used up all my dopamine yesterday. Eating a bunch of sugar, watching all my favorite shows. You know what I mean? That scrolling shit, that does it. That right there is a problem. Because dopamine is dopamine. It doesn't matter if it's coming sexually or not. It's still drawing from the same place in your brain. And in your, I guess for women in their thyroids and all that, it has control over your body. It sends signals throughout your body. Okay? So those sexual urges that you have as a man, I'm going to tell you like this. I ain't going to sell you what they going to sell you. I'm going to tell you right now, you feeling like that right now? You are at your maximum of adrenaline rush, homie. You are at your maximum masculinity right now. You feel like you ready to go bust some cheeks wide open. Well, that's when you at your max. Don't let them niggas sell you, oh, well, you got to put that away and then go 90 days after that, and then it's going to build into your brain. You know what else could build into your brain? Knowledge. Just by sitting your ass down and learn something. Renewing of the mind. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, not your nutsack. I'm gonna crush this semen retention topic. I'm gonna be the one to crush that shit, dog. Cause you don't know who you're talking to. You feel me? You feel me? You feel me? I'm not gonna tell you it's a journey you need to be on. I'm gonna tell you it's a lifestyle that you gotta have as a man, which means you are gonna have to control your sexual nature, not your urges. If your urges come out, man, let it be, dog. Let it be. You feel me? If it's your nature, what you gotta practice on is not wanting it as much. It's just like trying to tell a junkie, yo, you're gonna just quit. Now, you may want to try to get him to slow down a bit at first. Why? Because his body's already used to running off of that being produced in his body. So you're not getting ready to tell him, oh, we gonna come clean slate, cold turkey. Shit, no, nigga. Right? And even though we know he's a grown man, we're not trying to tell you, we're trying to put a halt to this alcohol so you never drink it again. We're trying to get you to understand that you shouldn't drink so much. And if you can't, then maybe just drinking ain't for you. Same thing with a lot of you men. If you need it that much, right? Then a woman ain't gonna be for you. Because women are very proportionate when it comes to that area. And you can't just be out here having that many women, because now you got to give your energy to that many women. Then what are you doing as a man? What energy do you got to go out there and still build for yourself? That's what I'm saying about this energy thing. If you are a man that can and have that kind of energy, could be genetics. Lucky nigga, man, right? But if you can't do it, that ain't for you. That's all I'm telling you. Because now you out here wasting your time trying to provide other women the energy they might need for the week. Because let's be honest, if you're a real strong man, all you got to do is hit her off one time a week. You'll put her back up on her feet. You about to batter in her back. She good to go. Smack her on the ass, she out the window. You still got energy. You can still build more, or you can give energy to that one or that one. You can even make kids with them if you want, right? If you got all that going on. But if you're a man that is got something that you're dedicated to, focused, you got a plan, a drive, a goal for something, right? That's when you know that you got to cut a lot of that stuff out. Even when your boys hit you up, yo, you want to go play some basketball this weekend? Nah, bro, I gotta go tie up some ends with these bankers that I had to, you know what I mean, set up a meeting for to finish doing this, because you got a whole plan, and you can't let nothing get in the way of that plan. Why? Number one, it's going to take time away. Number two, it's going to take energy away, and it might even take money away. You feel me? So you're talking about things that are already of importance. Whatever it is you deciding to give your time to. Time is energy still too. Whether you talking or right? So even that, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Listen, you worried about semen retention where you could talk to one bad apple of a chick that can literally drain you from your energy in one conversation more than if you would have just knocked off this one joint right there that you didn't even know. One of them situations is going to take a hell of a lot more of your energy. Do you want to guess which one it is? Don't talk about semen retention bullshit with me now, dog. We on another level when it comes to this shit, bro. Your mind is what's going to take you, you know, and that semen retention talk. And to men who listen to those videos, who are trying to do this journey and they can't succeed, that's taking away your energy. That's taking away your masculinity, dog. You're allowing them to make you believe you ain't masculine no more. Belief starts in the mind. What you believe you will become. Do you understand? When you think it, you'll end up being it. You'll play it out, then you'll be it. Because you're going to start speaking on it. Once you start speaking it and say, well, yeah, I noticed that I don't know how to talk to people. So you notice you ain't know how to talk to people when you bust a nut. Oh shit, I've never fucking noticed that my entire fucking life. Like, what's going on here, yo? They telling you they ain't know how to talk to people. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's those dudes when you speak to them and they be like, maybe it's them. Maybe it's them. So maybe I don't know. But like I said, that shit might not be for everybody. That's why I said, if you got a problem with that and you feel like it's doing those things for you, then do it. I don't give a damn if placebo actually works for you. Do placebo then, nigga. Whatever the fuck it take. But you gotta be masculine at the end of the day. You can't allow these conversations and these trending topics to make you feel less of a man, no matter what the fuck you doing with your own mans. That's your mans. That's your man, dog. Yours. Anything other than that, show me, bring me forth with the scriptures in the Bible, okay? And show me where it's against the Lord, because I'm going to show you where he said that it'd be better married than to burn. All right? So I ain't want to go too crazy on that topic. So I think I want to wrap it up, but I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that I want to say about that. Because like I said, man, you know, I never went on that journey. But I felt like that journey could be monstrous for me. I don't know, man. I just felt like the time that I did try to do the journey, and I talked to Shorty about it. I mean, I could do well. You feel me? Even when I got Shorty right there, I could do like, we do a month and a half. Nothing, right? No problem. But that should be nothing. That's how it's supposed to. See, that's part of the lifestyle. That, cause you never know what you might have to do. You might gotta go off for a job for 3 months, or you know what I mean? What are you gonna say? Oh no, I can't do it because I need to stay home to get something from my woman. Hell no, nigga, I'm gone, bruh. And I'm not gonna go because I'm thinking I can just find something else out there. No, I'm gonna go because I got something I gotta do. And I already know when I do that, this ain't gonna be getting done over here, right? If you don't know how to live like that, then you might need a fucking semen retention university. You need to do 4 years in that shit. That's just like anybody else that get punished for a crime and they gotta really learn from a lesson to better their life. depending on how seriousness of it is for you. You might do a year, you could do 4 years. If it takes 4 years for correction for you, in 4 years it is. Depending on, you know what I'm saying, the seriousness of the matter. If it's that serious that you can't say even stop touching yourself, or you can't leave yourself alone, and you, every day, 3 days, or some, I don't even want to think about it, right? Then yeah, I think you might need pills and a whole bunch of other shit. I ain't trying to put nobody down, but I'm telling you right now, if it's like that, there's a spirit. That's a demon. You understand? That's sick. You understand? What would want you to not have your energy, bro? Right? You understand? Like that. That's just like me just sitting here, something's telling me in my head, yeah, stay on the treadmill. You gotta just run forever. Run till you're dead, motherfucker. I'm like, oh, something dead. First of all, I thought I was doing this to strengthening myself. But if you at certain points where you feel like that desire is overtaking you, and because you are trying to hold on, God told you that it'd be better that you release yourself. He didn't say it specifically, but he said it'd be better. Nigga, what do you think it means? It'd be better to marry than to burn with lust and desire in your heart for sex, right? He said it's better that you release yourself. If that desire is like that, don't fucking, what are you fighting, bro? Are you crazy? And also he said, listen, he said it better be for you to marry than to burn, but he also said it'd be better for you to be in the wilderness than to be in a big home with a contentious wife, right? Okay, so if you know that these mugs ain't trying to be real wives out here and they're gonna be contentious, well then it's better you just have a concubine, bro. Just get that shit off your fucking chest. What else can I suggest? God done said so many things in that Bible, bro. He said it's better to marry than to burn. He said be fruitful and multiply, but he also said it's better to be in the wilderness than to be in a big home with a contentious wife. But if that's all you're dealing with out here is want to be contentious women, period, then it's only better to marry as far as having an agreement, right? That you guys can come together and you can commit to each other's sexual desires. Committing to that. Say what you want to say to me, but when you talk about sex in marriage, notice that everywhere in the Bible where it talks about marriage, it's also talking about sex. If it ever talks about sex, it's talking about marriage. So then you got to think, what does marriage mean in the Bible? It's a commitment between man and woman, sexual commitment between man and a woman, dog. I don't care what y'all thinking it is. You thinking it is bondage for a man and all that. No, it didn't say that a man was bound to his woman as long as she lives. It said that a woman was bound to her husband as long as he lives. It wasn't the other way around. Do you understand? So I gotta get you, especially if you think you're gonna be fucking proportionate in this man's high sex drive life. Men normally and naturally have a higher sex drive than women. Do you understand that? No, y'all don't? Okay. Well, until you can get a man that you can match his sex drive with, if you want to find a man with a low sex drive, that means he probably don't got that much energy. So a man that you looking for, this big, decent man and all that, then he got a lot more energy than just needing you. Listen. Nobody up here to sell you this, that, and the third. We say fuck that. We don't care about none of that shit. Y'all won't have nothing either way. We don't care about that. We can deal with that. Y'all still need shit. So you're gonna take what you can get. Why? Because that's what the fuck we gotta do when we deal with one woman. Taking what the fuck we can get. Till next time, man, it's your boy Dr. Illuminati. Peace. My love.
Ain't no war outside.